Hello, I'm Peter Tyrrell, and this is a repeat of a presentation I gave at the Access 2011 conference on October the 20th, 2011 in Vancouver, BC, and it's titled Quick and Dirty's Guide to Slaying Monster PDFs. And this is all about indexing and searching quite large PDFs and the problems that presents. Not the indexing, because that's easy, but the searching, and you'll see what I mean as we go on. Some PDFs are very large. The example I'm going to be using comes from my personal hobby, which is Dungeons & Dragons, and I have a whole host of gaming source books, dozens and dozens of them. In PDF format, they are indexable, which is great, which means they're searchable, which is great. However, they're all quite lengthy, and this means that searches are problematic. So what I've been doing is creating this portal for myself and my friends who play, called Findus Maximus, and I've been indexing all that source material and making it searchable with Apache Solr, which is the open source search platform that's freely available to anyone who's willing to install it. And here's what happens. I'm going to look for the word dragon in the monster manual. Now, the monster manual is full of a list of monsters for gameplay, and it's 338 pages long. And I'm not even going to mention the fact that this is only monster manual number 1, and there are 5 of them. So you can imagine, there's a lot of monsters in there. Here's what happens when we actually get some results for dragon. Hit soup. Now, what happens is when I index the entire monster manual with Solr, that one PDF is treated as a single document, which means I may be able to see all these dragon hits here, which you see as snippets highlighted, but they're not differentiated. They're all part of the single gigantic monster PDF. And this means that my search is pretty much useless. I can see with those snippets there where the word dragon appears, but I've got to go to the monster manual, and I've pretty much got to flip through it and find for myself where those words are. So I might as well not have searched at all. I'm really not going to be able to use this. However, there is something to do about this. Yes, I was very sad there. I'll go back and be sad. Don't worry, I've got something to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to pdfbox.apache.org, which is an open source toolkit for manipulating PDFs. And what I'm going to do with that is one particular thing. pdfbox actually is able to do many things, but what I'm going to do with it is chop my very large PDF into single-page documents. So when you get pdfbox, it comes to you as a Java jar, and so I run this from the command line. You can do this from the Windows command line or a Linux terminal or Mac, it doesn't matter which. It's kind of platform agnostic that way, as long as you've got Java installed. And so what I'm telling it to do here is take my monster manual and use PDF split on it, and the -split1 option means chop it into single pages. So it's going to create a document per page in the original. And here's what happens. You get a lot of single-page documents. So what it does is it takes the title monster manual and it appends the page number to it. And I've got 338 of them now. So what I do with those is I post them to my Solr instance, which will then extract the content and give it over to Solr and make it searchable. And it doesn't really matter whether you're using Solr or not. The point is that as long as you've got some indexing engine that is able to index a PDF, so be it. So it happens I'm using Solr. So what this command line is doing is it's using curl to actually post this single-page document off to an extraction request handler with Solr. I actually wrote a shell script that just cycled through the entire folder of documents and posted them one by one to Solr. But just wanted to show you this single example. Okay, so now that Solar has indexed the single page documents, let's go find Dragon again, see what happens. Hurrah! No more hit soup. This is fantastic. Now, because I actually had that page number as part of the title of the document, I was able to parse it out and populate a page field in the Solar schema. So now I could actually search by page or page range, even though I'm not doing that here. But the key thing is that each hit actually makes sense now because it's constrained to a page. So instead of seeing Dragon appear all over the place in the master manual, I now have single pages, and I can go and actually look these up and find what I'm looking for. And of course from here I can show those individual pages in a PDF viewer as a link from here, or I could take the entire monster manual and show it in a PDF viewer, but go directly to the right page, and so you could see the hit in context. And now my search is meaningful and actually useful. So hooray! The monster is dead. And please take, in Dungeons & Dragons speak, 100 experience points just for listening to this presentation. Well, that is it. Thank you for listening. If you want to find out more about pdfbox, you can go to pdfbox.apache.org. If you want to find out more about Solar, you can go to lucene.apache.org/solar. And if you want to find more about andernaut.com and myself and the things we do, you can go to andernaut.com. Thank you very much.